Hey everyone, welcome back. If you haven't yet, please take time to subscribe to the channel and to follow me on this journey from poverty to financial independence. I want to make a quick video today to tell you guys what exactly is going on. I know that a couple of months ago I asked for some advice about where to take this channel, and then I announced that as part of that I was going to be making a new monthly series where I recap my spending and my savings goals for that month. That was my intention, and I did originally have a video that was supposed to go up the end of May. Unfortunately, I've been having some problems, and neither the video for the end of May or the end of June has been, well, able to be created. So, for those of you who are interested, listen on, and I'll tell you exactly what's going on. For those who aren't, I will have that up eventually, once I am able to get my computer, my phone, and everything to work right together and to make that video, because unfortunately that's not the case right now. With that being said, I should have a second video up today or within the next couple of days. We are now halfway through the year, and I'm going to recap some goals, what I've got accomplished so far this year, and what I want to get accomplished in the next half of the year. So if you are not interested in hearing the details, go ahead and go see if that video is posted yet. But if you want to know the details, here we go. So, as you guys know, I'm poor. That's part of me being a finance vlogger. I probably am no longer considered to be impoverished, although I'm probably pretty close to the line. But it is good management of money that is going to pull me out of that. And that's what the whole point of this channel is me doing that. Well, here's the thing. As part of being frugal, I don't spend money on things. I basically spend money on housing and food and pretty much nothing else. I have a really hard time making myself spend money. And because of that, first of all, my cell phone, I had the same cell phone for 4 years, didn't replace it until it was broken. So, I was way behind on even getting a smartphone. Not because I didn't know how to use technology or I didn't want one, but because I didn't want to put the money into it. So then I got my smartphone, and I had a Windows phone for a few months. It was awful. Then I got a free iPhone from a friend, and I used that for a long time. I had that for 3 years or so, up until September of this past year, when the iPhone 7 came out. And I only finally got this new phone because my phone had got to the point where it was almost completely unusable. Most of the apps didn't work. You could barely even dial to make a phone call. It lagged so much. So that's what I got the iPhone 7, and inadvertently the iPhone 7 helped my channel along. I can now shoot in HD. I could film on my camera rather than using the potato camera on my MacBook Pro, which that's a different story we're going to get to. So that really, really helped bring the channel forward, okay? But the other piece of equipment that I have is much older. I have a MacBook Pro that is from April of 2007. That's more than 10 years ago. It got me through 2 colleges. It got me through the first 5 years of adulthood after college. But most of the stuff that's gone wrong with it, I've been able to work around. A couple of the keys don't work. Tab doesn't work. Battery doesn't work. You have to have it plugged in all the time. It overheats a lot. There's, issues like that, but I could work around all those, right? Because it wasn't worth spending $3,000 or $4,000 to replace it. Well, we're now at the time where I'm going to have to replace it. And that is because starting this year, I actually started having a lot of problems with it, where, well, not only, okay, sometime last year they stopped updating software for the computer. Now, they haven't updated iOS for it for years, but like Google Chrome and a few other things I use a lot are no longer updating. Some things are starting not to work right with it or not be compatible. And I think I mentioned in a previous video, but my phone and my computer are not compatible with each other. That makes things difficult too. But my computer started doing weird things lately, um, and I think it's because of that incompatibility combined with its age and just the problems that it has of being old. It's been a good, reliable computer, and up until a few months ago, I didn't have any of these major problems. But um, some days it'll take over an hour to load a website. Um, it's absolutely unbearable to try to type a paper on it. If I'm in Google Docs trying to type up something, it's like 5 seconds before the letter pops up that I just typed. It just, what it has done is it has created this thing where it will take me an entire day, like evening after work, to do what I should be able to do in an hour. And it's become an incredible waste of time. But on the other hand, the other way I can do it is I can go to the library. Well, then whatever I'm doing, I have to drive however far it is to the library, and it is not only inconvenient, but it costs me more in gas to do that. So it's come to the point, and I realized this on June 30th. Today's July 2nd or 3rd, I don't even know. But a few days ago, I was filming my video for the budget recap. Shouldn't call it that, the monthly recap for June. And oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Okay. This is the thing right here that makes me know I have to get a new computer. And I'm not happy about that because I don't want to spend the money. I don't have the money to get a new one, but hear me out. I'm trying to make this video for you guys, and all it is a screen capture, okay? When I did the one in May, I just used QuickTime on the Mac in order to capture the screen. Now, I've done this before, where I shot in a video and uploaded it to YouTube using screen capture. I filmed like a 20-minute video, and then when I went to save it, QuickTime crashed and deleted the whole thing. Then it wouldn't open back up. Like, QuickTime just wouldn't open. Restarted the computer, still wouldn't open. So I gave up for May. Then June came around, and I had been trying to use this Chrome extension called Screencastify, and I contacted their customer service. They're like, well, we don't know why it won't work. And I was like, well, here's what it's doing, and I sent them screenshots, and they just stopped replying to me. So I was like, well, maybe it's because my browser's out of date and it won't work. So that's not going to work. And when June 30th came around, I tried Screencastify, did the same thing, just recorded a blank green screen, but it did do the audio. And then I tried QuickTime, which QuickTime did record properly, like a video, test video for like 3 or 4 minutes. But then it like wouldn't, I don't know, it just, if you do go past a few minutes, it won't process it and it just crashes. So I was like, okay, well, here's what I'll do. I'll go to work because I close the office early on Saturdays and I'm the only one that works on Saturdays. So I go into the office, I go through my day, and I'm like, all right, before I leave, I'm gonna do this video. Now, I have a newer desktop computer, new enough that it's touchscreen and it has a webcam on it. So it's like, this is perfect. Not only can I film the screen, but I'll have like a little picture-in-picture where you guys can see me as I'm going over this. So I get into it, I'm filming it. I get to like the 5-minute mark using Screencastify, and it's like, your video is about to end, and I didn't know, and it doesn't say anywhere, that you can only record like 5 minutes at a time. And then I was like, damn it, I'm gonna have to splice all these separate videos together to make it work, but I was still gonna do it. Well, then it won't save in an MP4 format. The only way to do it is to upload it to YouTube first, and then you can't just save it to the computer as separate MP4s. It saves as like some weird file type the computer didn't know how to read. Windows Media Player wouldn't read it. It wouldn't open with any other program. Just absolutely every problem that you can imagine that I've had trying to do these monthly recap videos I have had. So here's the solution, guys. For years, I've known I was going to have to get a new MacBook. And if I'm going to keep it for 10 years again, I'm going to get the most maxed out one I can get. I'm going to upgrade the hard drive, all the hardware, all that stuff. So that's why I'm saying it's going to be like, it's actually a little over 4,000 for the current one of what I want. Now, obviously, I don't have that money, and I can't justify spending that money. So I was like, well, there is a store in town called Experamac, and it's a used Mac store. They do repairs on Macs, and they sell used ones that people have traded in. I wanted to get a 2012 or newer, which is new to me, and I mean, like, yeah, to me, basically, it would be a brand new computer. And they're so much cheaper to do that. Now, I need to call them or go up there or something, because I actually forgot to get a price estimate from them for those. But I was looking on Facebook Marketplace last night, and there's a few that are like recent, 2012, 2013, that are maybe like $500, $600, and I could, you know, I'm gonna test it out first, but I really think that that would work for me. And not only would that make a huge difference in my channel, it would make a huge difference in my life. I hate to part with my computer. It's been a loyal companion for over 10 years. But I've got everything backed up to Time Machine, and I'm ready to transfer it over because, oh my god, I cannot deal with this anymore. So, and it's even a problem with, like, applying for jobs. It takes me freaking forever to apply for jobs because it takes the computer, like, it literally takes me 5 to 10 minutes to apply for each job. That's if the computer doesn't freeze up. So, I'm stressing because I don't want to spend the money, but at the same time, I know I have to, and I know that buying a used one for $500 or $600 that's a few years old is the smart investment now until I get my finances in order, and then I can buy whatever I want, and I can go back to having, you know, a newer one when this cheap one I'm buying dies. Now, how am I going to do that? Well, I have two options. I could take the money out of my emergency fund or out of my moving fund, but I don't want to do either one of those. That's a last-ditch option, and I'm probably going to drag my feet a little bit in doing this. The other option is I'm trying to get a part-time job where I work just on Sundays. I have Sundays and Mondays off, but everything's closed on Sundays, so all my appointments and stuff are scheduled on Monday. I'm trying to get a job where I work just on Sundays and get a little bit extra income coming in. I actually did get a call this week about Abercrombie & Fitch Distribution Center. They're doing seasonal hiring, and I wanted to check with them and see if I could just work one day a week. The only problem is, once I checked out where it was, it's clear on the other side of the city, and it's actually 70 miles round trip. And I'm sure I'd make like minimum wage there, so it's just not worth it. So I'm gonna instead try to find something maybe similar to that over on this side of town. Maybe, I don't know, like Gap, Walmart. There's a few things like that. There's also Amazon around here, but Amazon only hires full-time, and I'm not able to do that. So I don't know, guys, but basically that's my idea, is that I'm going to just stick it out for now, and I'm going to get an extra job where all the extra money from that job will go to getting this new laptop, and that will make my life 1,000 times easier. So thank you for listening. If you're still with me, I will keep you guys updated, and I'll definitely let you guys know in a video when I do get that. And it'll definitely improve the quality of the channel. For one thing, I can actually edit my videos, because I can't use iMovie on my computer because it makes it crash. And two, I can actually learn how to use iMovie, because I've been hesitant to take an online class to learn how to edit, because my computer can't handle watching a video, or would just crash if I try to do anything. So there's only certain things I can do on that computer. So anyway, guys, thank you for listening. I am going to have another video up today or in the next couple days going over some goals. And if you like this kind of thing, if you want to see me, get rid of all this debt, and the process it takes to get through that. Or if you just want to hear more about my life, click that subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And look out for the next video either today or later tomorrow.